Did you see Skechers and Snoop Dogg are collaborating for Bored Ape NFT shoes? Amazing. Really striking while the iron is hot. Bored Apes are completely dead. Snoop Dogg really does say yes to actually anything that pays him. And I can't even imagine it's that much anymore with the amount of shit he says yes to. This is 2 days old. Snoop Dogg cross Skechers collab for fucking Bored Apes. What the fuck, man? Thanks, Dark Horse, and welcome aboard, Bimodal. Snoop Dogg and his Bored Ape, Dr. Bombay, are teaming up with Skechers to launch a line of sneakers inspired by their NFT persona. I see. Snoop Dogg is really trying to drum up hype around Bored Apes again so he can finally dump this fucking NFT since it hit record lows. All of these NFTs have bottomed out, so this is probably a last-ditch Hail Mary to try and drum up the hype and sell instantly. And Skechers is so out of touch they'll say yes to anything that even makes them believe they'll have a chance at cracking at anything under the 55-plus market. Skechers are worn exclusively by 4-year-olds or 54-year-olds and nothing in between. Well, except me. I wear Skechers, but nobody else, and I get made fun of for wearing Skechers. Hey, thanks for that. Thank you, Skay. You should. Okay, well, bah humbug to you as well. I mean, they're comfortable. What do you want from me? They're comfortable. The collection includes 3 models, Skechers Uno, Doggy Air, and Hyper Sandal, each incorporating design elements from Dr. Bombay's persona. Wow. The sneaker will be available for purchase on the Skechers website, offering a fusion of Snoop's iconic style and Bored Ape creativity. Do you take me for a fool? This is pathetic. Yeah, I'm familiar with all of that, Slayer. I don't really have any advice, though, but I hope you enjoy it. Main thing is just having fun. And thank you, Luke. NFTs are super dead. I really don't know what the thought process was here, other than just desperately trying to dump his NFT as quickly as possible with some kind of return. With Skechers' hands-free slip-in technology, comfort and style are trademark of these kicks. Man, even when they're trying to make Skechers sound cool, it just sounds lame. Skechers' hands-free slip-in technology. Hurts. You won't see other major shoe brands start touting that shit. Like, you're not going to have the next line of Jordans come out and be like, our hands-free slip-in comfort technology. Damn you, Skechers. Why can't you just be cool? Have you heard about the Miami woman who tried to hire a hitman to kill her 3-year-old son? I talked about that a while ago. That's actually an extremely sad situation. That's pretty deep. Really fucked up, too. And thanks, Atomic. Have you seen that Michael Orr has zero evidence that the Blindside family actually got paid for the movie? He was probably just trying to create buzz for a book he's pushing. I didn't see that. So I saw a couple of other things come out, but none of them really countered his statements. So I'll have to look more into it, but that is a wacky situation. Welcome aboard, Burby. No, I don't know that one. Never heard of that game. You hear about the baby killer nurse that was arrested recently? You're talking about the woman in the UK, right? She killed like 70 children or something crazy. Yeah, Lucy Letby. She was the one that killed them with like insulin and everything. So fucked up. And so they finally released the footage, is what it was. Just pure evil. Hey, well, thanks, Luke. Our next Moist Wrestling episode is getting taped in a couple days and will be up later this week. Welcome, Dan. Thanks, Mechanical. Hope you enjoy him. I hope you had a good day, H2. What do you think about Kosa? Do you think it's going to pass? I don't think it's going to pass. If it does, that would be disastrous. But yeah, we talked about this quite a bit. This is that internet censorship bill parading around as some kind of like child protection bill. It's this one. I don't think it'll pass. But if it does, that would be horrifying. Hi, Justin, and thanks, Kiss. We wrote it, just never got made, Ducky. Read it on stream years ago. And thanks, Philip. What is Kosa? There's quite a few good videos that have been made on it, but basically all you need to know is that it would censor the internet. It'd be outright censorship. Bad for everybody. Have you heard about the serial sniffer at Barnes and Nobles that got arrested? Yeah. I saw. They finally got him. The nefarious serial sniffer. There's a clip of it too. Hold on. I don't know how long he'd been sniffing for. I haven't read the entire story yet. But they got him. It's like a Batman criminal. Man accused of sniffing woman at Barnes & Noble's arrested for failing to register as a sex offender. Didn't know that's what he got arrested for. That's quite the plot twist, but here's the footage.
Christine, the records actually show he has been booked at least 9 times just within the last 2 years. One of his victims calls his
all for sniffing ass?
Disturbing, gross, downright creepy, and she today is reacting to the news that he is free yet again.
I recorded just in case he was trying to say anything or do anything to me. But I definitely didn't expect him to do this. Like, what the actual...
Jesus Christ.
Michaela Witter caught this serial sniffer in the act while shooting this now viral TikTok.
I was so freaked out when
I gotta be honest. I don't understand how this is so common. This is just such a weird fetish that seems kind of common. I made a whole video about... Well, I guess the whole video wasn't about ass sniffing. But there was a component of it. There was a guy at a gym, I think he was like even a security guard at the gym, who went up to a woman who was doing tricep extensions, and he literally laid down on the floor and sniffed her ass. Did it 3 different times. And then there was another guy at a bank who did the same thing to a girl waiting in line. A couple different times just went up to her and just huffed her fumes. It's so psychotic. I can't believe that it's like common. It almost feels like it's common. I mean, with how much footage there is of this shit happening.
Saw him literally under me, so freaking close to me.
It happened last week at a Burbank Barnes & Noble. What Michaela didn't know at the time was the sniffer's lengthy criminal history.
I kind of got a flood.
Well, you can just tell this is not his first rodeo.
Seeing that he's done the same thing to them in different
This is a
stores
professional
or
sniffer.
Whatnot.
Days before, 37-year-old Khaleesi Karen Crowder was accused of peeping into a Glendale home with kids inside. Law enforcement sources say he was arrested and released days later.
My heart dropped. My heart dropped when I was first told
Well
it,
then.
and then my heart dropped again when I looked it up and saw that he really was released. I was creeped out, and it was just like this really weird feeling that I still haven't
Yep.
kind of.
That's pretty wacky. That's pretty fucking weird. No, I haven't seen that, Shay. And appreciate it, Benji. I wasn't gonna say anything, man, but those ears are going crazy. Those ears look like something I would have made in Naraka Blade Point in the character creator. Looking like Shrek ears out here. That is a wild shape to the ears, I will say. Chat is not wrong. I don't understand. That is confusing geometry. Have you checked out Spark the Electric Jester? No, I've never even heard of that. That's fucking evil, Jake, and no, that's news to me. Welcome aboard, Noah. Thanks, Jason. What the fuck? I'm sorry to hear that, Danny. Christ. Hope you enjoy it, Jake. You hear about the serial killer that'll be let out after killing over 400 kids? What? What are you talking about? Luis Garavito, man who killed more than 400 boys between the ages of 6 and 13. He's dead. What do you mean he's being let out? He's dead. What, are they letting out his corpse or something? Oh wait, no, he's not dead. Why does this one report on him being dead? Is he dead or not dead? There's 2 sources that say he's dead, and now 2 that say he's not. What do I believe? Okay, he's not dead. Worst serial killer in modern history becomes eligible for parole this year. Jesus Christ. So it's proven that he killed 193 victims, but is suspected of murdering over 300 more. Oh my God. He would pose as a priest and would lure children with offers of money. Wow. Jesus Christ. Thanks, Mario. Welcome, Glum. Yeah, it is just downright beyond evil. I've never even heard of his name before, actually. But he's the most prolific serial killer of the modern age. Welcome, Caitlin. No, that sounds like it's some kind of error. Just send a message, Jansen. It'll get taken care of. Did you hear about the microchips in the cheese? I'm gonna have to check that out right now. Goddamn government cheese. Appreciate that, Ghostman. Thanks for the 5 members. This company is implanting microchips in its cheese. Oh wait, this is a real thing. Oh my god, wait. This isn't a conspiracy. There's a company that's actually microchipping their Parmesan. I thought this was going to be like one of those 15-minute city agendas. Bill Gates is controlling my mind via microchips through COVID. They're actually microchipping their cheese. One of the world's most famous cheese is also one of the most counterfeited dairy products on the planet. Competing manufacturers have for years produced cheaper imitations of Italy's Parmigiano Reggiano, a favored topping for pasta and salad. Now the producers of Parmigiano Reggiano say they have innovated a way to prevent any pretenders from ripping off their product. Is there only one company in the world that makes Parmesan? No shot, right? That is just a type of cheese. They can't own the whole thing, can they? Who do they have like a patent on it? Like who owns it? This is such a stupid Google search I'm doing right now. Christ. There's an entire page dedicated to it called The History of Parmesan. Italy issued a decree that placed exclusive control over the production and sale of this cheese in the hands of Parmigiano Reggiano Cheese Consorzio. Oh, what in the world? I had no idea the Parmesan lore went so deep. This is huge. It's even crowned the undisputed King of Cheese. This is an incredible story. This is like the Game of Thrones, but for cheese. I'm gonna have to go through that entire history breakdown of Parmesan. There's probably wars fought over it, like Helen of Troy. They weren't actually battling for Helen. She just happened to have Parmesan. They were going to war for that shit. Good God. All right, let's read about these microchips, though. Parmigiano Reggiano Consortium, the PRC, association that oversees production of the cheese, says it has been putting microchips in its product as a part of a technological trial which would allow consumers to trace Parmesan cheese back to its place of origin. Who's doing that? What sane, normal human being is gonna try and trace back their Parmesan? Like, I'm not gonna go to a, Italian restaurant, with my buddies, and they get, spaghetti. They start sprinkling the Parmesan. I'm not gonna, slap the waiter's hand down and be like, wait a minute, let me see the microchip. I need to trace this back to make sure it's coming from the PRC. Otherwise, I'm having this establishment shut down. I'll have the Parmesan police force come after you. Why would this even be an option? I could maybe see it being on a company side, if a restaurant's ordering Parmesan, giving them the option to see if it's, authentic coming from the approved place of origin. But just a normal consumer, I don't think anyone's gonna get suspicious and want to double check. Let me ensure my Parmesan came from the right spot. Appreciate that. Thank you, Hopeful. And hope you're doing well. And of course, I saw the Montgomery boat brawl. That shit was crazy. And goddamn, speaking of crazy, thank you for the 100 Glumbo. Thank you for that. Under special protections designated by the European Union, Parmigiano Reggiano is the only kind of cheese which can be called Parmesan within Europe, and it must be made in a small part of northern Italy, including in the provinces of Parma and Reggio Emilia. I saw that. in my massive dissertation that I pulled up for a moment there on the history of Parmesan, I did see about like it needing to come from a certain space and nowhere else. But I didn't realize it was a title that could only be bestowed upon like this cheese from this particular region. I thought it was just a type of cheese that anyone can make. Thanks, Boneless. Yeah, I can check that out. PRC are hopeful that their new technology will help to enforce that protected status. Their microchips are about the size of a grain of salt and have been inserted into the labels found on the rind of about 120,000 wheels of Parmigiano Reggiano. The chicks work as a scannable food tag with a QR code label. I'm going to start tracing my Parmesan. I'm going to go to my local grocers and I'm just going to trace all of their Parmesan. I'm going to be a hall monitor for this shit now. I'm going to be like a secret agent working for them. This feels so weird. Like, I just can't imagine there's a ton of cheese snobs that are going to double check to make sure they're getting authentic Parmesan. Produced in the right places of Parma and Reggio. Thanks, Steven. Hope you're having a good night. And welcome aboard, Titan. It has to be authentic, though. Yeah, true. In an email statement sent on Friday, Nicola Bertinelli, president of Consorzio Parmigiano Reggiano, told CBS News that by being the first to incorporate these secure digital labels onto our cheese wheels, we can continue to ensure customer safety. Since the establishment of our consortium in 1934, we have worked to convey the value of our product globally and distinguish it from similar sounding products on the market that did not meet our strict requirements for production and area of origin. They speak about this like it's the goddamn Citadel in Mass Effect. Since the establishment of our consortium in 1934, Nicola, it's cheese. I really just don't think there's a ton of people that give a fuck. Now, I guess I didn't realize how serious business cheese was. I'm curious. Let me see what my local grocer has for Parmesan, because there's definitely different brands, right? Like, there's not just one Parmesan brand. Oh, this is big news, too. If you just type in Parmesan, there's news stories out the wazoo about the microchips. The headlines are a little misleading. Classic fear-mongering, I guess. The microchips aren't actually in the cheese. Apparently, it's in the label. So you're not going to consume the microchip unless it somehow bleeds into the cheese from the label. And if that's the case, then Parma, whatever, the PRC have got some big problems on their hand. Yeah, there's so many different brands here. There's no way they all come from the same place. And they all call themselves Parmesan. So what are the rules and regulations then? There's even an entire market of domestic American-made Parmesan. At least according to this. Thanks for that, Liliana. And thanks, I'm glad you liked it. No, it seems like it's Caesar. A secret cheese invasion. I don't know, man. This is very odd. In the United States, Parmigiano Reggiano does not have protected status, and American manufacturers in states like Wisconsin make different forms of Parmesan. Okay. I see. Man. They must be pissed about that. They have got to be so upset. And this is the worst time in the world to be using the word microchip. Parmigiano Reggiano, like the official PRC producers, they have chosen the worst possible marketing strategy by saying they're microchipping their cheese. People are freaking out about microchips existing in their goddamn water supply. toilet bowls with government surveillance, saying that we microchip our cheese for your safety, that you're scaring people. You're fucking scaring people. They need a new head of their marketing department because that is a big L. They're struggling with that one. Big Parma. Yeah, I mean, this is serious business. This is Big Parma. Outside of the United States, the Parmigiano-Reggiano Consortium successfully blocked the U.S. food giant Kraft Heinz from registering the name Kraft Parmesan cheese as a trademark in Ecuador in 2022. Well, I guess that's a small W for the PRC on that one, I guess. Thanks, Schmitz. True. And welcome aboard, Blackberry and Leo. Parmesan is different than Parmigiano Reggiano. They age differently and made in different places and taste different. There's a name for a cheese sommelier, right? They have their own name, and it's a really cool one. Hold on. Because maybe it's time that I try and get into the high cheese society. So that way I wouldn't even need the microchip. I'd be able to taste where it was aged in a fine oak barrel while listening to Mozart. What is the name of a cheese sommelier? Cheese has its own cutthroat version of the Court of Masters sommelier. They have honey experts? That's pretty cool. In hopes of gaining cheese certification, he sits for the American Cheese Society, ACS, Technical Aesthetic Sensory Tasting Evaluation Test. Taste. This is codename Kids Next Door type shit. I like that. Ooh. No, I didn't see that. Iris, that sounds terrifying, though. Hopefully everyone's alright. I can't say I've heard that story, Liz. In 2018, only 30 applicants passed the taste test. If that weren't daunting enough, the American Cheese Society also offers the title Certified Cheese Professional, CCP, which means that an individual has acquired thorough knowledge and level of expertise that is demanded within the cheese industry. Those who pass both earn a lengthy array of letters after their names. The ACS, the CCP, the ACS, CCSE. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm writing this down. I want me and the team to try and pass the Cheese Society taste test. I think that's going to make for a banger video. See if we can crack High Cheese Society. Where a person's individual palate is subjective, the process of evaluating cheese is not so much. It's not personal preference, but knowing if that cheese is within the parameters of the style it is and what the cheesemaker intended, says Shari Allen, ACS CCP, ACS CCSE, and cheese educator. A cheese educator? Oh my god. We're in the future. Is that a major you can take in college, you think? That'd be hype. Cheese tier list would go hard. We've talked about that. Welcome, Austin. The test is rigorous. One part of the exam entails identifying 10 vials of milk on scent alone. It's all about aroma, explains Evan Brown, ACS CCP, ACS CCSE. Do you think they write this down? Like when they're just signing papers or something, when you put your name and title? Do you think they have the chutzpah to write down all of these, knowing that no one's going to check? Oh, appreciate the big 50, Trevor. Yeah, I'm going to play the new Modern Warfare for the sake of the moist meter. I'm not like super excited about it. I don't have a ton of faith, but I know a lot of people are excited and I'll try. What can be so difficult about a cheese test? For one, A grading sheet might have 60 possible descriptors, and a cheese might only seem to need 1 or 2 to describe flaws or attributes. Others might register on over a dozen descriptor scales. And to top it all off, it was like a multiple choice test with 60 choices for each question, and each choice needing an intensity score between 1 and 5, and no guidance about how many right answers there could be. This picture goes hard. I've got to try this. I'm not like a huge cheese guy or anything, but I feel like I could do pretty well. Hey, that's awesome, Titan. I'm excited then. Hope you enjoy it. Should be a lot of fun. And yeah, are you talking about the buoys with like saws in them or whatever? Thanks, Minto. This looks fun. Alright, that'll be fun content. I'm gonna give that a whirl. Do you just like sign up on the American Cheese Society website? Imagine I actually pass though and I become one of the very few cheese sommeliers. Actually, it could be fun just to try and be a sommelier in something. I'll take the wine one too, even though I don't like wine and have only had wine a handful of times because I fucking hate it. Thanks, Jake. And Fonz. This was an interesting little rabbit hole. Thanks to the guy who let me know about Parmigiano Reggiano microchipping their cheese. What an eye-opener. To think, a mere 20 minutes ago I was ignorant to how deep and serious the world of cheese was. It's like the John Wick universe, but for cheese. Become a water sommelier. That one I think I could nail. Thanks, Nigel. Welcome, Nick. Welcome, Jock. Give you an anime to watch? Catch up on Jujutsu Kaisen, I guess. Have you heard about the Oreo what? I didn't even get to finish reading that. What did you say? Valheim's a great game. I haven't played it in a while, but I still think it's a great game. Welcome, Bucket. Have you heard about the thousands of people in New Jersey losing power because a bird dropped a fish on a transformer? Sounds like something that would happen in Florida. We lose power anytime it rains or the wind blows too hard. Entire New Jersey town without power after bizarre animal falls from the sky and destroys a transformer. Yep. Do they have a video of it? Police speculate the fish fell onto a transformer, knocking the power out. They got that up there like a mugshot. Jesus Christ. Step away from the criminal. This man just ruined Gotham. There's a large area of Lower Sawyerville without power. And it's reporting... Oh my god, they're putting emojis in here. Incident occurred Saturday. They speculate that a bird of prey caught a fish and dropped it on a transformer, causing damage. Hopefully they catch the bird too, so this was a hit and run situation. Do we get their license plate? They could still be at large. Man, I'd be so fucking mad too if I lost power because a bird dropped a fish on the transformer. Damn. Unlucky. Well, thank you, Matthew. And yeah, I have to try some Parmigiano Reggiano, I guess. And like I said, I'll probably start a solo Baldur's Gate campaign at some point. Just don't know when. Thanks, Loaf. Welcome aboard, Chronic. Make AI J-Schlatt? Is there not already an AI J-Schlatt? I thought there was already a complete AI of J-Schlatt. Hey, Wendigoon. Hope you're doing well. This is a criminal that just took out the entire power grid to a New Jersey town. A menace. Have you heard about taxidermy ducks being turned into drones? These are some fucking awesome stories. Man, YouTube chat's got the wildest stories. Big W. That sounds awesome. What? Scientists are making drones from taxidermy ducks. Holy shit, that's awesome. You can't trust anything. I swear to God, the surveillance never stops. You think 1 minute you're looking at a nice bird in the sky? Nope, that's Big Brother keeping its eye on you. Can't even bird watch in peace. Birds aren't real. True. Lending more and more credibility to that. Well, that was wholesome. Well, thank you for that, love. I did play Observer a while back. And thanks, Michael. I haven't played Commander yet. I've still been learning the basics of Magic, so I've been playing MTGA. Taxidermy birds are taking flight once again, attached to flapping wing drones. The unusual project led by researchers at the New Mexico Institute of Mining and Technology is meant to create a device that can help study bird flight and monitor wildlife in a relatively non-invasive way. Is this good enough to fool birds? This thing's just going to get bullied. Instead of using artificial materials for building drones, we can use the dead birds and re-engineer them as a drone. Well. You know what? There actually is a case that proves that this can work. You guys remember this? I think it was a robot gorilla. Yeah. This actually does work in the wild. The BBC a while ago did something called Spy in the Wild, where they put recording equipment in little robot animals, and the animals responded very positively to it. With the robot gorilla in particular, there was a really nice family of gorillas that was like, damn, this little guy's fucked up. We'll take care of you, bud. So they took care of the little robot. That's an Ewok. Yeah, no, it's a goofy little creature. But it worked. The animals did respond positively. So actually, this taxidermy bird drone shit is kind of big brain. And thank you, Olivia. Hi, Akiba. And thanks, Joe. That's adorable. It actually is super fucking cute. That whole series they did, Spy in the Wild, I highly recommend. It's super interesting, and it's really cute. Like, actually cute. Every animal responded positively for the most part, except for one of them. I can't remember who, but one of the robot spies got pissed on. The animals immediately outcasted and exiled it for being different. But most of them were highly successful. Oh my god, that's right, the fucking hippo. The hippo was so cute. This was such a good series they did for a little while. I wish they'd bring it back. I'm not Boris, but I can't prove it. Did you see that Ryan Reynolds purchased minority owner shares in Alpine F1 team? Seems like he's really serious in being a shareholder in pro sports teams. Didn't see that, but I really admire all of Ryan Reynolds' ventures, like with Wrexham and all that. If you're watching, Ryan Reynolds, Moist Esports would love to have you on board, brother. Look up Project Pigeon, bird-flown bombs. Project Pigeon, huh? Project Pigeon. During World War II, an American behaviorist, B.F. Skinner, attempted to develop a pigeon-controlled guided bomb. This is so much less wholesome than just a goofy little robot gorilla looking at other gorillas, or a cute little tortoise. This man was using it for a bomb. It was using the U.S. Navy's radar-guided Bat Glide bomb. Birdenheimer. Yeah, I guess so. A pretty creative idea, I guess. No, absolutely not, Undead Knight. It's not like it would be able to go deep enough. Welcome, Velociraptor. Yeah, I made a whole thing on the Island Boys incest shit. New score streak in Modern Warfare 3 pigeon bombing. That would go very hard. Yeah, I'm familiar, Cade. I've worked with animals since 1990. Animals are cool. Hey, agreed. And I think that is a great line of work. Keep up the good shit. That was wholesome. Thanks, Eli. And no, I can't say I have pig, but that's super sweet. I'm familiar with Casual Geographic. I know the channel. Have you seen the public freakout where a naked woman walks into a bakery and starts rubbing cake all over herself? It's not ringing any bells. I don't think so. I saw a recent freakout where a naked woman walked into a store and took a shit and left. That was kind of hype, I guess. Let me see. Astonishing moment. Woman strips off and goes on a 5-minute rampage, destroying a superstore and smearing cake across her body. Wow. Cool. Oh, wow. Definitely can't show this on stream, but Jiminy Christmas. It's not just cake. She is really lubricating with pretty much anything she can find in the frozen food section. Oh my god. Awesome. Cool. Oh, appreciate the big 50, Yuri. What about the one experiment with a mirror where they had wild animals look into the mirror and documented their reactions? That's a classic. Yeah, that one's great. Thanks again, Olivia. And I'll play Payday 3 when it comes out. I'm not playing the playtest. Thanks, Caleb. I feel so bad for the employees, man. I've said this a million times. I'll say it a million more, I'm sure. I will always say that some of the biggest heroes in society are the ones that work in the customer service industry. It is the most thankless, most miserable, most brutal job ever. It is heartbreaking. God bless the workers here, man, because this is a mess. I fast forwarded to the end. It's not just the frozen food she lotions her body with. It's literally everything in the goddamn store. What a disaster. Thanks, Nate, and welcome aboard, Lancer and Napoleon. Am I going to drop a moist meter on Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2? Of course I will. Absolutely. Where was security? I don't know, dude. Local grocers usually have security. Mine don't. Also, this is another thing I've said. I feel like a really effective thing as a deterrent of, I guess, combat would be getting naked. No one wants to fight a naked person. It's uncomfortable. It's yucky. You know that scene in Hey Arnold where he's about to get bullied? So in order to counter the bullying because he doesn't want to get his ass beat, he goes, "Don't hit me, I'll hit me, I'm crazy." So he plays a song and he's like, "I'm crazy." And it works because then he doesn't get bullied because the bully gets afraid. I feel like that would legitimately work in real life if you're like about to fight, about to throw down, get pugilistic. If you got naked, it'd probably end it on the spot. No one's fighting the naked person. Thanks, Nicholas. Ace Hardware, I bet you've had some weird people come in. I went to Ace Hardware not too long ago. We saw some characters doing some wacky stuff. Thanks, Greasy. I'm sorry to hear that, Zilk. Hopefully everything's okay. I'm wishing you the best. Did you hear about the 1982 love letter Obama sent saying he made love to men daily but in his imagination, and he said it to get women? Sigma tactics. No, but that is a big brain scheme. Oh, really appreciate it, Yuri. What's your favorite experiment? Like ever? My favorite experiment ever? I mean, there's easy answers to that. Probably when they first started experimenting with like penicillin and developing like the first antibiotics. Like that was super beneficial to everybody. But if you're talking about like my personal favorite experiment I've ever done, when I was a kid, there was like a little lake behind the school and the teacher wanted us to collect lake water. I don't remember why. So in order to do that, she gave us a little kayak to kayak out and get lake water in the middle of just this fucking podunk, yucky, probably radioactive lake. And we did, and I thought it was really cool. Thanks for the big drop there, Rain. Appreciate it. We were just talking about her. The nurse that killed all those babies. Mentioned that a little bit ago. I saw. Did you drink the lake water? No, of course not. It's like drinking cyanide. That lake was fucked up. God damn, Yuri. Thank you for the generosity. Just ate 7 grams of Hillbilly County shrooms. For the love of God, don't use big words. You're scaring me. Godspeed, brother. Hang on tight to your carpet right there so you don't fall off the earth. But I'm going to keep using big words. Brace for impact. I'm about to drop a nutty one on you I haven't used in a while. Bloviating. Dude just fucking freaked out in his chair. Went wild. Yeah, I'm familiar with that, Breezy. I don't remember if I watched a documentary, but I saw something on it. That is wild, Liam. Bloviating's a great word. I learned it from Lud. I think that is just a fantastic word. You know what? I was thinking about this last night. You know what words really just exited our vernacular? Is douchebag. The meta for insults is so volatile that oftentimes some just get phased out entirely. No one's calling each other douchebags anymore. I don't see anyone use that. Holy shit. Well, stay safe out there, Jock. God damn. Oh, I have no doubt, Pierce. Sorry to hear you got some wacky people visiting. It's still common in Jersey, I'll tell you that. Douchebag? I don't know, maybe it's just not common down here anymore. Or I guess on Twitter. I just never hear anyone say douchebag anymore. Plus the whole idea of douchebags have been phased out entirely. Like, it's no longer a thing. Like, does anyone actually use that as a product? Or really, how many of you even knew about douchebags, like the actual product? Because it was meant for like sanitization of the vagina or something. Even I'm starting to get foggy on what it actually was. They're enema bags or vaginal hygiene products. They give you yeast infections. That was a big controversy. I actually remember that. There was some big report that came out that said, like, using douchebags or something can actually be bad for you. And I guess they just never recovered that image. Yeah, even looking it up, that's something that comes up pretty quickly. What's your favorite WWE moment ever? My favorite WWE moment might actually be when Rob Van Dam. No, actually, my favorite WWE moment is actually probably the grocery store fight. I still remember that one fondly. But I was a big Rob Van Dam fan. Kane's my favorite wrestler of all time, though. Hopefully not Bambi, that's horrifying. And maybe Jay. Like I said, I might do Texas Chainsaw Massacre in a bit, but I've been enjoying shooting the shit and learning about some wacky stories. Oh, that's a really old one. Lame-o, yeah. That one's like classic though. Back in Rocket Power. Never heard of that, Nicholas, no. What is it? Did you know that 85% of all living animals are arthropods? Of course I didn't know that, man. Obviously not. It's very cool though. Yeah, we talked about the UFO abducting MH370. We went through that whole conspiracy in depth already. Been there. Very wacky. Yeah, a long time ago it did cause. I always thought the Batista versus Undertaker rivalry was extremely underrated. Well, it definitely wasn't underrated, I don't think. Maybe just not as revered as you would think. Have they ever heard of the failed 90s show called Pachinski? The trailer and entire 30-minute pilot are on YouTube. No, I can't say I heard of it. Did you see the Orlando museum that got caught with a fake Basquiat painting? I don't know the artist, but I am curious what the painting looked like. Orlando Museum of Art files lawsuit over fake Jean-Michel Basquiat paintings. They were all fake? OMA spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and unwittingly staked its reputation on exhibiting the now admittedly fake paintings. Consequently, cleaning up the aftermath created by the defendants has cost OMA even more. OMA was placed on probation by the American Alliance of Museums, and its 99-year legacy was shattered. OMA is entitled to legal redress for these harms. The American Alliance of Museums, huh? No, nothing too wild, Sass. It's pronounced Basquiat. Oh, okay. I went to the Dali Museum recently, actually. Not that that's at all relevant to this story. But worth mentioning, I checked it out. I had a whole class on Salvador Dali once. Very interesting guy. Have you heard about the Rammstein situation? It's a big discussion over here in Germany. What's going on with Rammstein? And did I hear about the potential discovery of the demon particle? No. What happened with Rammstein? Oh, jinkies, that's not good. German police investigate Rammstein singer over sexual assault accusations. Oof. God damn. That is not good. Universal Music has suspended promoting all of Rammstein's music in the wake of the investigation of vocalist Till Lindemann. God damn. No, I didn't hear about this at all. Preliminary proceedings have been initiated against Till on allegations relating to sexual offenses and the distribution of narcotics. Christ. Well, that's no good. That sucks. Who's your favorite band of all time? Probably Deftones. It's a dude that claims to have his own country in the United States. It's definitely worth a look up. What was it? Malasia? Thanks, Dean. Hey, happy birthday, Ski. Then I played every Bioshock. I really like Bioshock. Even Infinite, I liked. I'm definitely not watching Spider-Man Lotus. That shit looks boring. Even setting aside all of the awful shit that came out about it beforehand, the movie itself just looks fucking boring. What's your favorite Deftones song? Change. Have you heard about the possible alien nuclear war on Mars? There's research with serious evidence about it from NASA, I think. All right, I'll take a peek. I see a single Amazon book called Death on Mars: The Discovery of a Planetary Nuclear Massacre. There's a $20 paperback on Amazon. I don't see anything from NASA. Oh, I see I see a TV episode called Did Aliens Nuke Mars? And now that's all I've seen about it. Did this guy advertise his own book? That'd be big brain if it was. I mean, the author seems reputable, like it's a real author. Well, this is also the only book they've ever written. Have you heard about the Chicago Home Depot scam for $5 million? Like 10 employees got fired. Let me see. Let me look up Molossia first. The Republic of Molossia is a micronation claiming sovereignty over 11.3 acres of land near Dayton, Nevada. The micronation has not received recognition from any of the member states of the United Nations. It was founded by Kevin Baugh. He continues to pay property tax on the land to Story County, although he calls it foreign aid. He has stated, "We all want to think we have our own country, but you know the United States is a lot bigger." Huh. Okay, I guess. The Republic of Molossia claims to be at war with the former state of East Germany, alleging that they are responsible for military drills performed by Kevin Baugh while stationed with the United States military in West Germany, and therefore also responsible for the resulting diagnosis of sleep deprivation. Oh my god, they're locked in a war right now? Hey, Godspeed, Molossia. No, I've not heard of that, Israel. I don't know that movie. That sounds awful, Brother Bread, Godspeed. It's an actual research paper. Which one? The nuclear war on Mars? Have you heard about Dr. John Reed, who claims he came across an alien that vaporized his dog? Jesus. What the fuck? No. These are some wacky fucking stories. Hope they gain sovereignty. Hey, I don't know anything about Kevin Baugh, but this is a interesting idea, so Godspeed. Oh, wait. In 2010, the Republic of Molossia was featured in a feature-length special by Channel Awesome called Kick-Assia. Huh. Interesting. The capital is Boston. Oh, that's so clever. That's so cute because his name's Kevin Baugh. The president's Kevin Baugh. The first lady is Adrienne Baugh. The time zone is the Molossian Standard Time. Oh man, it looks like they've had quite a turbulent past. They started as the Grand Republic of Voldstein, And then finally, the Kingdom of Molossia was proclaimed, but then a communist government must have came in and overthrown with like a coup. And then the first Republic of Molossia was established, no doubt led by Kevin Baugh. But then it became a dictatorship. And now we're in the era of the Second Republic. Goodness gracious. Oh, gotcha, split. Okay, so that's a little different than what I thought. Hey, good for Kevin. He's letting it rip. He said, if you can dream it, you can build it. Doing well, H2O. And yes, I did receive the ODS plaque. We have it at the warehouse. Watch Kick Assia. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out. I've talked about the McCamey Manor quite a few times. I'm very familiar, and I'm very familiar with the recent drama with McCamey Manor as well. What is your experience with phosphorus nitroquilicide? I don't know it. I don't have any experiences to report on it unless it's being pumped into the tap water or something. If you were to go to other I'm not sure. Madison Square Garden would be a crazy venue. I know the Killer Bean game's coming out at some point pretty soon. I'll play it when it comes out. Am I gonna watch Ahsoka? I don't know why I say it like that. It's pronounced Ahsoka, right? Ahsoka Tano. I'm so over Star Wars. I don't think so. They released some footage though. I did see that on Twitter. I don't know why they wouldn't just animate it, to be honest. I think it'd go much harder, but I did see some of the clips. I'm just really over Star Wars. Yeah, like I said, I might check out Kick-Assia. And I don't know, he's getting wacky though. He's been doing some wacky shit. What's your favorite scary movie and why? Appreciate the big drop. Hereditary. It's like the only unique modern horror movie. Like, fully unique modern horror movie until the last 10 minutes where it really sucks ass, but up until then it's fucking great. Appreciate it, Atrocious. Thank you for that. Have you seen the China World Robot Competition? The 2023 World Robot Conference started in China. This? This looks hype. Kind of worthless, though. I don't think we'll ever get to a point in our evolutionary progression where we're going to want human-looking robots like this, right? I feel like why not just have robot-looking drones? Because then at this point you're going to start to feel bad. They'll be able to like express emotions and shit. That just doesn't help anyone. Just give us fucking soulless-looking robots. Thanks, Jose. But what about fucking them? You need Jesus. But yeah, obviously that's going to be a huge market. I mean, for sex bots, whatever, you can make them look superhuman. give them 5 tits. I really don't care. I'm just saying, like, in general, I don't think there's any real benefit to just having human-looking robots. You could just make drones that look like just drones. Yeah, the new album's coming out in about a month or so. It's getting mixed right now. The guy mixing our new EP is the same guy who mixes for like Breaking Benjamin and everything. He's very, very talented. So we just got to get the music videos filmed, and then the EP will be out in like a month or so. You see the guy who ate a $120,000 banana at an art museum? Of course, that's old. That's really old. That was all the way back in May. That's ancient history on the internet. Heard about the Burger King employee who got $400K from GoFundMe and didn't miss work for 27 years? Holy shit. No, good for them though. That's fantastic. And thanks, Chris. Like I said, solo Baldur's Gate campaign at some point, but no Dark and Darker tonight, I don't think. Any tips on hurricanes since you're a seasoned veteran? I'm in California. It's not like I go out there with like battle gear or anything, man. It's usually just sit and wait. And then that's it. Good luck though. Hopefully it's not a bad hurricane. Thanks, FBI. What do you think about AI actors doing stuff like commercials now? No shot they're using AI actors for commercials yet. Maybe Danny, but we're pretty nasty on the court. Unless you're talking about scam ads for AI voices, because those have been around for a little bit now. So I know they have this, where they have like Joe Rogan advertising testosterone boosters and all of that on TikTok. Or the ones that mimic loved ones' voices. Jesus, I didn't even know about this one. What? Scammers use AI to mimic voices of loved ones in distress. Holy shit.
Believable. Scam artists are now using the technology to trick their victims and clone voices, even the voices of friends and family. Carter Evans takes a look at this frightening new trend.
Nefarious.
What you're about to hear is something I never said.
Hey, this is Carter. I need your credit card number right now.
I mean, that really sounded like me.
It is you. It's cloned you. It's AI Carter.
Pete Nicoletti is a cybersecurity expert at Checkpoint Technology.
Unironically, I bet my dumbass would fall for that. If I got a call from my mom, she's like, Charlie, credit card now, need it. I'd be like, oh, 1 second, mom. 100%. Like, you probably wouldn't even need to be sophisticated with it. But you'd also need the number too, so they'd have to spoof the number.
He used common software to recreate my voice from old news reports he found.
10 minutes of it learning your voice, I can make it say anything.
To test it out, we called my mother.
Hey, I'm about to do an interview, but I have a quick question.
The words on the screen are played in my voice.
I need you to text me your driver's license number as soon as you can.
Americans lost nearly $9 billion to fraud last year alone.
Not the most sophisticated AI model there. There's no real emotion. Too robotic. His mother's not buying it, I'm sure. She said, no, this is an AI. I made a whole video on that, Tanto. I really think the way Power Slap's being handled is very suboptimal. I think it's pretty rough.
150% in just 2 years.
Mom, these bad men have me. Help me, help me, help me.
Jennifer DeStefano recently told U.S. senators about a terrifying phone call she got from scammers using the voice of her 15-year-old daughter.
This man gets on very aggressive. Listen here, I have your daughter. And then that's when I went into panic mode.
Holy
But her daughter
shit, that
was
is
safe
evil.
in bed. The call was an increasingly popular AI scam targeting people with the computer-generated voices of their loved ones.
This man
God
was on the
damn.
phone. He said, "You're going to."
I didn't even consider that as a possibility for scammers. I thought when I was talking about AI scamming, I thought it was just going to be the commercials like with Joe Rogan, like I mentioned. This is next level. It's always so baffling how creative scammers get. Yeah, I'm very familiar, Seahorse. I was talking about that earlier. Which should actually be illegal. Man, it is illegal. It is. Scamming is illegal. It's not like there's all of a sudden a legal loophole because they're using AI voices. It's still illegal. This is just super evil, especially if you're targeting older people that are absolutely not going to know anything about AI. Have I heard about Pink Floyd's reconstruction of... Have I heard about the reconstruction of Pink Floyd's Brick in the Wall through brainwaves? Yes, I did. And I have not seen that video, Teeter. You're probably talking about the AI in general. What, like voice cloning stuff being illegal? Yeah, that's not illegal, but the scamming is. The jet ski scene in the Meg does so crazy.
I heard our daughter on the phone. Like, it was unmistakably her.
Younger people experience fraud and fraud losses more often than older people. But it's that older adult who has so much to lose.
Even my own mother fell for the fake voice.
Oh, no.
I feel bad. I feel terrible about it. We just scammed my mom. Did you just get a call from me?
Asking for my driver's license number?
Yes. That was an AI-generated voice.
Oh, God, Carter, that's scary. Is this the real you now?
Oh, boy. Now his mom's not going to believe anything. Sad. The trust is ruined. Oh, they're great lo-fi. Fantastic. It's called 11 Labs. Well, yeah, everyone knows what it is. 11 Labs is the biggest one right now. No way someone younger than 30 will believe that. Yes, they will. You would fall for it too. It's getting really convincing. The only thing that they'd need to do for the under 30 crowd is somehow spoof the number as well, and you'd immediately fucking fall for that shit. And man, you don't even have to do that. I told this story when I was 22. I think I was 22. Either 21 or 22. I got a call from some random number, and it was like, "Listen, I've got your mom, Charlie. She just hit my brother with her car, and my brother's not doing so well. So I've got your mom here right now, and I need you to come down here. We can handle this like men. You need to bring some money, or I'm gonna have to hurt her." And I fucking panicked. I was like, oh my god, where is she? He's like, "I'm at the gas station," and he gave me an address. I was like, okay, how much? I was panicked. Like when you get like an alarming call like that, all sense of rational thinking goes out the window. And he's like, "If you hang up right now, she's gonna get it." I was like, okay, I won't hang up. Jesus Christ. So I stayed on the line for a while. I kept stalling because it still did seem weird. Eventually, I just said, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm calling mom. I gotta know for sure." So I hung up. Turns out, all make believe. I probably would have went there and got my kidney stolen. I'd be like, "Put her on." It's just not so, I don't know, when you just enter that like panic response, it's just the worst thing that can happen. When you're in that panic mode, you can't think. I don't know how many of you have ever been in a situation where you have that sense activate. You literally cannot think straight. Did you give them the money? What? No, man. Of course I didn't go there. I'm still alive. No. Like I said, I eventually just rolled the dice. I hung up and called my mom. At that point, I was like, you know what? It's worth risking. You're a game dev. What should you make? I don't know, make a cool Soulsborne game. Could you have put him on hold? I only had one phone. When's the next basketball video? I'm not sure. We'll see. Like I said, eventually I want to start doing like basketball streams and stuff and doing more with like creators 5v5. I think would be really fun. So, play it by ear. Did you have swamp ass? Like in general? In my life? Yeah. I've told stories about swamp ass many times. I used to have swamp ass real bad. I tried shaving my ass and everything, but that just led to like greased, soggy cheeks. Like it's just one of those things that eventually you outgrow your swamp ass. How many children will be affected by an AI Mr. Beast voice clone and maybe even AI video generator? Oh, that's going to be huge for scammers, yeah. Mr. Beast will be a big target for that, no doubt. And I did see that, Jacob, yeah. I watched that teaser. Hey, I'm taking a girl out on a first date tomorrow. You have any support? You have any king support advice? The only advice I ever give is don't be weird. I don't know what else to tell you. Wishing you the best of luck with it, champ. I'm not sure, Raphael. Hasn't shown it in a while. What's your favorite album of all time? Hybrid Theory. I'll, of course, play Elden Ring DLC when it comes out. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Ass Crack. Welcome, Bradley. And Tyler. Would I ever try syrup? Is there a difference between that and syrup? It's like the same shit, right? Unless it's like a brand. Look up the DJ Khaled Rick Ross almond milk. No way DJ Khaled has his own brand of almond milk. I'd know. Oh, this is teaching him how to... Wait, what? Rick Ross tells DJ Khaled he's afraid to drink almond milk. Neither of them know how it's actually made. It was on a debate where they went head to head to debate what is the greatest snack. That sounds about right for DJ Khaled. that sounds about right. I haven't seen that debate. That's like a rare DJ Khaled piece of content that I don't know about. I'm definitely not. I don't have Swamp Ass much anymore. My favorite Souls-like is either Bloodborne or Elden Ring. Well, my favorite Souls genre game. And thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it. Did you see the naked guy who kidnapped a robot police dog? Naked Texas man not scared of robot police dog. Naked man at the center of a SWAT standoff is now in custody after taking the HPD robot inside of a hotel room. Oh man, he fucking yanks that baby in there. Jesus. Wait, it's like... I don't know if I can show this because he's naked. In fact, I know I can't show this because he's naked. But man, that's like a scene out of a horror movie. He rips open the door and then just starts yanking in the dog. Well, it's not a real dog. The robot dog. The Boston Dynamics one. It just went over there to negotiate, too. It got far more than its programming ever designated was possible. I didn't know robot dogs are so common. We use the robot dog for almost all of our scenes now. Technology allows us to interact with individuals without putting us at risk or them at risk. Yeah, but what about the robot dog, man? That thing got teabagged. He was on meth, probably. Yeah, probably. That's the plan, Fusion. Did you hear about what Tim Tebow's former college teammates did to test his virginity? Tim Tebow's Florida team... Oh my god, I hate that it makes me take off ad block. Tim Tebow's teammate at Florida would chase him around with photos of naked women to test his virginity. What an interesting plan. In an upcoming Netflix documentary, Untold Swamp Kings, which explores the 2000s era Florida Gators and head coach Urban Meyer's coaching style, Tebow's former teammates recall they went to extreme lengths to test his virginity. What would this do? How does that test his virginity? I just wanted to see if he was real. So I would, like, you know, have a picture, a nude